Did you know that certain phrases women say are actually psychological red flags? Sometimes, the words a woman uses reveal much deeper truths about her feelings and intentions, truths that are easy to miss until it's too late. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 things a woman might say that you should never ignore, because they signal a clear sign to walk away. These aren't just casual remarks, they're phrases that indicate emotional danger and personal boundaries being crossed. Inspired by the psychological wisdom of Carl Jung, this guide will help you recognize when it's time to protect your heart and dignity. If you're over 60, this video is especially relevant for you, because understanding these signs can save you years of pain and regret. Stick with me as we uncover these critical phrases so you can make confident, respectful decisions about your relationships. Number 1, a warning of control. When a woman begins to express control over your choices or actions, it's not just about wanting things her way, it's a warning sign of an unhealthy power dynamic in the relationship. Control can appear in subtle ways, like insisting on deciding who you spend time with, what you wear, or how you spend your money. While it may sometimes seem like caring or concern, the underlying message is clear: your independence is being threatened. Take Harold's story. At 75, Harold, a retired engineer, found himself increasingly monitored and second-guessed by his partner. At first, it seemed harmless. She just wanted to know where he was or who he was talking to. But soon, she started criticizing his decisions and questioning his judgment in front of others. This controlling behavior left Harold feeling powerless and isolated, eroding his confidence in his ability to live independently. Psychologically, being subjected to control activates stress responses in the brain. Similar to physical threats. Over time, this constant pressure damages your sense of autonomy and self-esteem, leading to helplessness or depression. In older adults, loss of control can accelerate cognitive decline and increase vulnerability to mental health disorders. More than just emotional damage, control often limits your social connections and isolates you from friends and family, making it harder to seek support or advice. Harold's turning point came when he realized that these behaviors weren't about love or care, they were about dominance and manipulation. If your partner frequently tries to dictate your actions or belittles your choices, it's time to take a hard look at the relationship. Healthy love respects boundaries and encourages growth. Control stifles you and diminishes your worth. Number 2, a phrase of disrespect. When a woman begins to speak to you with disrespect, it's more than just a bad day or a fleeting mood. It's a sign that something deeper is off in the relationship. Disrespect can come in many forms: sarcasm, dismissive comments, or outright belittling remarks. The effect is the same: it chips away at your self-worth and erodes the foundation of trust and affection. Take George's story. At 72, George, a retired teacher, started noticing subtle shifts in how his partner spoke to him. What began as offhand jokes about his age slowly turned into outright insults during disagreements. George tried to brush it off, thinking it was stress or his own sensitivity. But over time, the constant disrespect wore him down. Psychologically, this creates a toxic environment where your confidence declines and anxiety increases. The brain starts associating moments with your partner with emotional pain, leading to withdrawal or resentment. Disrespect is often the first crack in the foundation of what might have been a loving relationship. It's the moment you start losing the safe space you need to be your true self. If caught early, you can protect yourself from years of emotional hardship. If ignored, it only deepens, making it harder to leave later. Respect is a shield against loneliness, depression, and despair. Without it, the connection deteriorates. Don't wait until the disrespect becomes unbearable, your emotional health depends on it. Number 3, the danger of constant criticism. Constant criticism slowly chips away at your sense of self-worth and confidence, and when it comes from someone you care about, the damage is even deeper. When a woman frequently points out your faults, mocks your efforts, or dismisses your opinions, it signals a relationship where negativity outweighs support. Think about Joe, a 78-year-old retired teacher. Joe noticed that no matter what he did, his partner always found something to complain about: his clothes, his hobbies, or his memory lapses. Over time, Joe stopped sharing his thoughts and withdrew from conversations, fearing judgment or ridicule. Living under constant criticism activates the brain's threat system, flooding it with stress hormones that impair cognitive function and emotional balance. For seniors, this heightened stress can worsen memory decline, anxiety, and depression. Criticism doesn't just hurt feelings, it physically changes brain chemistry, making it harder to feel joy or motivation. It can even influence how others see you. Friends and family might pick up on the negative dynamic and distance themselves, leaving you isolated and vulnerable. Joe's story shows how criticism starts small but escalates until it undermines your very identity. Constructive feedback is normal, but persistent belittlement is a red flag. If you hear phrases like, "You're always messing things up," or "You can't do anything right," recognize them for what they are: signs of disrespect and control. Walking away from constant criticism is an act of self-respect, protecting your mental health and reclaiming your confidence. Number 4, the cost of emotional withdrawal. When a woman says, "I don't care anymore," it signals a deeper withdrawal from emotional connection, a slow death for the relationship. Emotional withdrawal is more than silence or distance, it's a sign the bond you once shared is fraying. This statement means she has given up on engaging, empathizing, or investing in the partnership. George, a 74-year-old retiree, once shared everything with his partner. Over time, he noticed her growing indifferent, no longer asking about his day or showing interest in his thoughts. When she finally said, "I don't care anymore," it crushed him. Emotional detachment triggers feelings of abandonment, lowering self-esteem and increasing anxiety. For older adults, who may already face shrinking social circles or health challenges, this emotional loss deepens isolation and despair. Conversations become superficial, misunderstandings grow, and the relationship shifts from a partnership to parallel lives under the same roof. Friends and family may sense the tension and step back, which compounds your isolation. When you hear indifference, don't dismiss it. It's a sign the relationship is struggling deeply. Choosing to walk away when faced with emotional withdrawal is a courageous decision to protect your mental health. No one should feel invisible or uncared for in a relationship, especially in later life. Number 5, the danger of blame and resentment. When a woman says, "It's all your fault," it's more than just words, it's a warning sign that blame and resentment have deeply rooted themselves in the relationship. This phrase shows that trust and understanding have been overshadowed by anger and disappointment. For seniors who have spent years building a life together, hearing this can feel like a painful fracture in what once was a solid foundation. Harold, a 79-year-old man, thought he and his partner had a strong bond after decades of marriage. But as challenges mounted, health, finances, stress, he began hearing, "It's all your fault." More and more. Blame in relationships acts as a barrier to healing and growth. It shifts the focus from solving problems together to defending yourself from accusations. This defensive stance creates distance and makes meaningful dialogue nearly impossible. Resentment fueled by blame can become toxic, spreading to family interactions and social circles, shrinking your support network at a time when you need it most. The risk isn't just emotional. Chronic stress from blame and unresolved conflicts can spill into physical health, worsening high blood pressure, sleep issues, and immunity. For older adults, emotional balance is vital, and persistent blame threatens that balance profoundly. Harold's story is a reminder that while disagreements are natural, a pattern of blame means the relationship may be doing more harm than good. Walking away is not giving up, it's preserving your dignity and well-being when love and respect are gone. Final thoughts. As we close, remember, the words a woman chooses to say can carry deep meaning, sometimes revealing warning signs you should never ignore. Whether it's disrespect, control, constant criticism, emotional withdrawal, or blame, these phrases signal underlying issues that can damage your heart, mind, and spirit. Recognizing these signals isn't about blame. It's about protecting your dignity, peace of mind, and emotional health, especially as you navigate relationships in your later years. You deserve a relationship filled with respect, kindness, and mutual support, one that uplifts you, not one that diminishes your worth. Walking away from toxic dynamics is not a sign of failure, it's a courageous step toward self-respect and healing. It allows you to reclaim your joy, confidence, and freedom to live authentically. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us keep creating content to inform and inspire you.